All right, and I believe we are live. I just gotta still fixing some stuff for live streaming here, but we are back with one of the two Monday night games of this evening. Gonna be streaming Bucks Texans in this one. So NFL week number 2, as I'm trying to get fixed the rest of the way. Whoops. There we are live. Just trying to fix my phone so that way we have some stuff prepped and ready. But just about to kick off here, going live just before kickoff. The penultimate game here of week number 2. And yeah, should be an interesting one. Hoping for a close battle. Why can I not see chat? Come on, OBS, work with me here. Hopefully. Why do I have no chat? All right, I might just not have chat on OBS this time, so we'll figure it out. But we are live, so that's at least good. Working on that. I'll just pull it up this way. But yeah, it should be actually no, we're not. We're about to have the coin toss here. Yeah, I mean, again, it should be a good game. I believe Bucks did win in week 1. I believe Texans coming into this one at 0-1. I know that that Texans O-line coming in is a big concern. I think if I'm rooting for one of these teams, I'm probably rooting for Tampa a little bit more. I do a Baker in fantasy, so that will be a little bit of a factor in my commentary. I'll be a little bit biased in spots. I'll allow it. But yeah, Todd Bowles in his 4th year. D'Amico Ryans in his 3rd. And yeah, gonna be a lot of interesting things to keep an eye on here. Obviously on the Bucs side, I think Emeka Egbuka at wide receiver, had a big showing last week. Otherwise, that defense for Tampa really, really solid. Vita Vea, Hassan Reddick, Levante David, Antoine Winfield, a whole bunch of guys in that spot. And on the Texans, of course, you got C.J. Stroud. Still a little bit of a concern at the kind of wideout spots, but Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins should be pretty solid. And again, that O-line gonna be a big question for how well can C.J. Stroud produce. And then, similarly to the Bucs, I think the Texans also have a lot of potential on defense. Obviously, Will Anderson, Daniel Hunter coming off the edge. You got Aziz El-Shaair at linebacker. Derek Stingley, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But the kick is away, and we are now underway. It's from the far side. 10, 15, cutting in near side. 20, trying to find the edge, and cut up the middle. 25, 30, finds a hole. 35, and going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. It's Jalen Noel on the return for the Texans. So that'll give us our first look at their offense. So C.J. Stroud last week, 188 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. So definitely, question marks as to how well this Texans O-line will produce. But Stroud going to go under center here for the first snap from scrimmage, working from his own 36. Going to drop, going to throw to his left, and he's going to overthrow his man. That was intended for Nico Collins. Towards the left hand, or towards the far side. Texans moving from left to right here. So yeah, it's going to go incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Nick Chubb, definitely going to be somebody to keep an eye on. Aronte Ursary, rookie left tackle out of Duke. We'll see, again, how much of a factor he is. But Stroud going to work out of the gun now. Running back lined up to his left. Going to send a tight end in motion to the near side. Stroud over the middle, complete up over the 45. Not quite enough for a first down, though. It's going to be Xavier Hutchinson on the grab. And it will be 3rd and 1, so a pickup of 9 as Stroud finds his first connection of the game. So yeah, gonna be very interesting to watch here. First, got 2 pit products that I was lucky enough to see in person on this Tampa Bay defense, and Servassier Dennis and Kalijah Cansey. But again, 3rd and 1 here. Going to be trips to the near side. Receiver going in motion to the far side now. Stroud working under center. I believe Chubb remains in the game as the single back. 3rd and 1, going to be a handoff, running up the middle, going to run into a wall. Is he going to be able to search forward and find a yard with forward progress? It's going to be close. And I believe they are going to give him the first down on forward progress because Nick Chubb looked to just about get the surge. And they are going to give the Texans a first down here, as it was very, very close. But Chubb made it through, and I think you're already seeing that, D-line, as somebody got a big punch. I'd assume it was Vea up the middle. Yeah, Vea did a really nice job at kind of stacking up the pack, but Chubb doing a nice job at finding just enough of a seam to get to the 46 of the Texans for a first down. Stroud going to hand it off once again up the middle, and once again, this time Chubb is going to be met in the backfield and taken down. Reddick and Dennis in there on the tackle. Cansey as well getting a nice push through the Texans offensive line. Great swim from Dennis. And yeah, it was Cansey getting a nice swim move out of the door for Dennis to get the stop. So it's going to make it 2nd down and 12 now. Stroud working out of the gun. Going to take the snap. Going to be a quick running back screen to the right, going to be complete, and he's got a couple of blockers up over the 50, in the territory 35, cuts inside, down to the 30. So a really nice little designed running back screen there for Nick Chubb. I think good for over 25 as we take another look. Great block from number 54 as well. That is Jarrett Patterson throwing a nice downfield block to open up a lane for Chubb to head upfield. And yeah, that's going to be good for, I think, about 26 yards there. So fresh set of downs now for the Texans. Stroud working out of the gun. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Takes snap working from the Tampa 29. Stroud looking to the right, looking deep down the sideline towards the end zone. And it's going to be caught. Touchdown. It's a great grab by Nico Collins along the sideline in the end zone. Brilliantly placed ball. As we take another look, I think it's going to be close. That might get overturned. It's called a touchdown on the field. I can't quite see if his left foot is down. As Nico Collins falling a little bit away from the end zone. It's going to be an incredible catch if it stands. So we're taking a look here. I think he got it. Actually, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell with the deep blue end zone. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell whether or not this will end up being a touchdown. But he's definitely got the right foot down. It's just a matter of right knee or right shin, and that'll take us into commercial here. Not going to update the score yet, just since we don't know for sure. That does give me a moment to try and pull chat up here, because I got to remember how to do that. How do I do that? Stream. Nope. But yeah, here to commercial for the first time this afternoon, or evening, I guess at this point. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. Why can I not remember YouTube Live Control Panel? Is that what I'm looking for? Hey, nope. It's closer. I'm not looking for the control panel. Let's see. There we go. There's chat. Now we're ready to go. Now we're rocking. Even if nothing pops up, we'll still be here. We'll still be chilling out as people pop in. And it also gives me an excuse to just sit here and watch football, which I'll take. Not complaining about that one. Yeah, again, in commercial right now, as Texans may be just about to go up 6-0 with an extra point pending. Oh. But, yeah, Monday night, honestly, was able to put up a Steelers reaction video yesterday, which was less than happy. Touchdown Sands is called. Wow. So that it's on broadcast, they're saying it's confirmed, actually. So, yeah, that'll make it 6-0 Houston here in the first. And what a catch by Nico Collins. And that's a huge first drive for this Houston offense. Of course, PAT pending, 11:53 left to go here in the first. And so it'll be Fairbairn lined up for the extra point attempt here to try and put the Texans up to full 7. Snap, hold, kick. And it's through, so that'll make it 7-0 Houston here in the first quarter. So taking a quick look at the coverage here on that touchdown. Yeah, you got a bit of a cover. You got a cover 3 look, actually. And so that opened up the kind of one-on-one option down the sideline. And it's a great play by Nico Collins to somehow do enough to get that roll of catches. We're looking from the sideline, and it's still really difficult to tell. But I guess, I don't know if it was, I guess because it was called a touchdown on the field, there just wasn't enough to overturn there. But 2 25-yard plays on that drive for the Texans. Last week against the Rams, they didn't have a single one. So already a good start here, and the Bucs about to take over after that score. So we see Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense, as it also gives me a moment to go ahead and switch the depth chart pull-ups that I have over. So that way I know who's playing. It's going to be into the end zone here, and the Bucs going to be starting from their own 35-yard line after this touchback. So in Mayfield, coming out, his career with the Bucs since 2023, 20-15 record, 8,711 yards, 72 touchdowns, 26 picks. And that yard and passing touchdown totals, second most in the NFL since he joined the Buccaneers. So they were about to set him up at the 25-yard line, which honestly I kind of prefer. I don't love the new kickoff format. But it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Bucs offense in their red uniforms with gray helmets. Going to be moving from right to left here. They're going to be getting into an empty set here for their first snap from scrimmage. Going to be motioned into the backfield. Bucky Irvin going to be lined up to the near side. Baker Mayfield's left. Baker takes snap, looking left. Going to now escape to his right. Going to throw it incomplete towards the sidelines. Just trying to get that ball away to not take a sack here. And so that'll make it an early 2nd down and 10 here. And looking at the Bucs offense, got a bunch of good names there. Obviously, Mike Evans, Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver. You got Bucky Irving in there. And then the O-line, I think, pretty solid as well. Graham Barton is definitely a name that sticks out as a name that I've heard of. Michael Jordan is kind of cool. But taking a look at Tristan Wirfs on the sideline as he is out. Baker Mayfield going to hand it off up the middle to Irving. He's going to fall forward, pick up about 4. So working up to the Tampa Bay 39-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down and 6 here as the clock rolls. 11:30, 11:29, 11:28 left to go here. Again, the Texans defense here definitely a force to be reckoned with. Especially Derek Stingley Jr., very top DB to keep an eye on in his matchups with Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka, likely over the course of this game. Play clock winding down. Mayfield takes a snap, looking over the middle, firing complete, and it'll be enough for a 1st down to Mike Evans. That's going to be good enough for 8 yards. as Baker Mayfield now makes his first completion of the game on a quick little slant rep over the middle, and they pick up their first down of the game. Just Evans, not a ton of separation there, and Baker Mayfield, with a pass rusher bearing down on him, does a nice job to place it in there, and it's good work from Evans to be able to hold on and pick up the first down. Working from their own 47 now, Mayfield once again out of the gun. Bucky Irving to his left. Cade Otton's going to go in motion to the far side. Takes a snap, looking over the middle, stepping up with the pocket, looking deep over the middle, and it's almost intercepted off the hands of Aziz Al-Shaair. As couldn't quite see who that pass was intended for, just a little bit underthrown, and almost picked off. That pass intended for Emeka Egbuka. Just trying to, as the Bucs, actually it was just double coverage there, and just underthrown, and it's off both hands of a diving Aziz Al-Shaair, just trying to get up there for it, and he's unable to make the play. So Mayfield now back either side, going to send one in motion to the far side. Mayfield looking, firing over the middle, complete. That's enough for a first down. That's complete to Cade Otton and good for 12 yards, and that'll get the Buccaneers offense into Texans territory as they start to roll now. Again, nice little in rhythm throw, crossing right over the middle. Big hit from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson over the middle as he tried to, jar any sort of the ball loose. But Bucs now at the Texans 41 here, 1st and 10. Receiver coming in motion, going to be handoff though up the middle to Bucky Irving, who's going to get over the 40 down to about the 35. So that's going to be another nice pickup for this Tampa offense. That'll be good for 6. It'll make it 2nd down and 4 now. As some nice explosiveness there from the 4th round product out of Oregon. I'm going to be, going to be interesting. He's going to be subbed off here. So that's going to bring Rachaad White into the game as we're looking at Bucky Irving on the sideline. Of course, 1,000 yards on the ground last season. Receiver going in motion. Mayfield fakes the handoff. Looking, stepping up in the pocket, escaping to his right. Going to pump, going to fire, complete. That's to number 17. Sterling Shepard is still in the league? That's going to be good enough for a first down, though. As, that was Sterling Shepard. Working on again, doing a nice job finding a little chink in the zone, and actually, doing a nice job at, finding a soft spot for a scrambling Baker Mayfield. And that's going to be good enough for another Tampa Bay first down here. As we got another offense really getting to work. That'll get us under 8:30 left to go here in the first. Play clock winding down. Mayfield out of the gun. Takes a snap. 4-man rush for Houston. Mayfield toward the left-hand side for Mike Evans. And that's going to be a touchdown. Mike Evans with a great grab. We might be seeing an offensive pass interference, though, because Evans not celebrating too much. And it is going to be offensive pass interference on Mike Evans. As, just a push in the back. That's a pretty slam dunk offensive pass interference call against Mike Evans. So that'll take away what was a touchdown, effectively. And just extended both arms on the back. Derek Stingley in coverage. And Derek Stingley does do a little bit of a good job to settle that there. That's what you got to do. So it'll make it 1st down and 20 now. Bucs, I believe, working from the 31 of the Texans. We'll see in a moment here. Working from just outside the 30, just by a hair, though. Again, 1st and 20, Mayfield in the gun. Going to be a handoff to Irving, running to the far side to his right. Going to be up over the 25, down to the 20. So nice little delayed handoff as Bucky Irving now makes it 2nd down and 10. So counteracts that penalty. Also, the right side of that Buccaneers offense doing a nice job at getting downfield. We're highlighting the right tackle, Luke Gedke, who recently signed an extension. Again, once again, taking a look at Tristan Wirfs, who's still recovering from knee surgery in July. But Mayfield going to go out of shotgun once again. Irving lined up to the near side. Agbuka now coming in motion in the near side. Mayfield looking to the right, pumping, looking over the middle, firing towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Buccaneers! Number 81, that is Ryan Miller getting on the end of it. And the Bucs looking to tie this game on that 20-yard touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield to Ryan Miller. Extra point is pending. But both offenses getting to work early, which is a nice change from last week's Monday night game of Bears and Vikings, which, we did see a little bit of early offensive production from the Chicago Bears. But there was also a good bit of a blank spot there. PAT is hold kick, and it's good. So that'll knock us up here at 7 with 7:12 left to go in the first quarter as Baker Mayfield and C.J. Stroud looking to duel very early. And once again, we'll head to commercial. Woo! I mean, yeah, again, we're hanging out here, so. I feel like I should. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I didn't update the score. Whoops. Glad I checked. But yeah, I mean, again, should be looking to be an interesting one. Obviously, that OPI there was the lone penalty so far. But, yeah. I don't know what else to say. But, yeah, once again, at commercial here with 7:21. And I feel like with nobody in chat, here's what. Yeah, I do have the stream up on my phone, partially to be like, oh, hey, I have a viewer. Yay. And also be like, oh, hey, everything's working. So I don't know how much I really need to be talking. But, I don't know. We do it every now and again. This is a new one. Okay, good to know that Liberty also is now limo ads. That's nice. I don't know. It's better than the ride the train ad. Because that ad sucks. Screw that ad. Guess, let's see. Can I... Why is the controls thing so big? Oh, that's why. Because for some reason it's there. It's broken out. There we go. Coming out of commercial, though, as we look at Toro, I believe, there was a big seizure warning there. Not sure exactly what was going on. But we are coming out of commercial here with, again, I believe it's 7:12 left to go here. In the first, as the Bucs about to kick it back to this Houston offense. Pretty nicely engineered drive from the Buccaneers as well. Obviously having to score twice there effectively after the penalty on Mike Evans. The frankly deserved penalty on Mike Evans there for offensive pass interference. But we are lined up to get back underway here at 7-7. And C.J. Stroud ready to get back going, and the kick is away. And will be returned up over the 10 to 15 at the far side, cutting in up the middle, 20, 25. Going to get shed a tackler. We're going to shed another tackler before he's knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Once again, that's Jalen Knoll having a nice return to set the Bucs up with some solid field position. But lots of game left to go here. Let's take a quick look at Kalijah Cansey. Stroud under center here. Going to be a handoff to, actually going to be rolling to the right is Stroud. And he's going to take off running here. He's only going to pick up about 2 before he's run out of bounds by McCollum, the Tampa DB. There was a flag thrown from behind the play. And we're going to get holding here on the defense as Hassan Reddick gets flagged. So taking a quick look at the review here on what was a bit of a bootleg. Nico Collins coming across the formation, and Hassan Reddick just kind of gets his arm around the waist of Collins on what looked to be just more of a play-action kind of rollout there. And it's going to give the Texans a free set of downs and move them up to their own 41. Going to be handoff this time to Chubb. Going to cut it left, going to make it up to just short of the Houston 45-yard line. And so it'll be a pickup of 3 there. That'll bring up second down. We'll call it, they're going to call it 4-yard gain on the broadcast. They're going to call it second down and 6. As clock continues to chug away here. 6:17, 6:16, 6:15 left to go here in the first quarter. As again, the Texans starting to get back to work here. Stroud working out of the gun. Takes a snap. Looking to his right. Pump's going to fire back to his left. That's complete. And he's running down the sideline. 20 taken down inside the 20 there. As a quick little dump-off pass there. Finds a nice little bit of success. That is not Nick Chubb. Who is that? As I need to pull my depth chart back up. As Servassier Dennis gets burned there. Is that Marks? Who's 27? Number 27 for Houston is Woody Marks, rookie out of, they just showed it up on the broadcast. Woody Marks out of USC. We're going to go single back deuce here. Tight end coming in motion on the near side. Stroud with a handoff running up the middle is Chubb this time down to about the 10-yard line. So we'll pick up 8 yards there. And that'll make it second down and 2. And, this Texans offense is looking very nice early as we cross under 5 minutes left to go in the first. Been very explosive. So I guess, Nick Chubb is going to be that kind of, running back, more regular running back. We'll keep an eye on the Woody Marks, though, after that reception. The Chubb also 27 receiving yards on that first drive. Stroud under center, going to be handoff running left is Chubb. Going to pick up the first down. Going to get stopped just 2 yards beyond it, though. So it's only going to be a pickup of 4. There is a flag thrown. So we'll see what this is for. And it's going to be holding on the offense this time. It's number 71, Titus Howard, getting penalized here. First time we've seen a penalty called on the Texans tonight, as with 4:34 left in the first quarter. They'll back the Texans up 10 yards. That'll make it second down and 12, as they'll be pushed back to their own 20-yard line. Haven't showed a replay of that, so can't tell you whether or not that is necessarily a good call or not. But again, second down and 12, clock now rolling once again. Stroud in the gun. Running back to his left, takes the snap, looking to the near side, going to fire, complete. But he's going to be tackled immediately. It's only going to be good for 3. That pass complete to Justin Watson, who also I didn't know was a Texan, so you'll learn something new. That'll make it 3rd and 9 after the pickup of 3 yards. Stroud tonight already 5 of 6 for 105 and a touchdown. That incompletion coming on his first pass of the game. Just was unable to connect and has been very efficient ever since. It's a Gunbowale, though. Lined up to his right here with 3 wide receivers on the far side in gun. Stroud takes a snap, pumps, looking, firing over the middle towards the end zone. Going to just miss his receiver, though. I believe that's Nakobe Dean. I believe he was looking for Watson again. He was looking for Watson again. And that'll bring up 4th and 9 and the Houston field goal unit. But yeah, found a little mismatch. I believe that is Nakobe Dean. Is that Nakobe Dean? Jameel Dean, apologies. But that'll bring out Kaimi Fairbairn in his 10th season in the league from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick, And it's through, and the Texans once again now retake the lead on the 35-yard field goal from the Texans kicker, and that will put the Texans up 10-7 with 3:25 here to go in the first quarter. And so once again, we will now go to commercial. So we'll be taking a quick break, and hopefully I don't get any more of these terrible ads. We'll see, though, exactly what happens. We are taking a look at Tron ads, which I feel like is a movie that's either going to be really good or really bad. I don't know. It looks like it could be decent. Why am I yawning so much? Damn. I mean, it probably won't be Morbius, but who knows? I feel like I need to get a lift in at some point. How late is the gym open? I think the gym's open 24 hours, so I think we're good there. that or maybe halftime is getting a quick workout in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. But again, if you are joining under commercial here, as all the point scoring drives so far here in the first quarter. So some good showings here in the early phase. Less so from the defense. Defense certainly hasn't made a ton of splash plays on either side. Texans, of course, will have an opportunity. English is hard. An opportunity to do that here, as we're taking another look at NRG Stadium, as just about to come out of commercial here. Just about to, again, in the blimp shot. So still circling. And now we're back. As getting ads for WrestlePalooza is interesting. But, we'll see how that goes. But, and I guess also switching the depth chart, Booker T in attendance tonight. But again, 3:25 here to go in the first quarter, and we're lined up to get it kicked back away. Fairbairn is ready, and the kick is away. Going to be pretty low driven here. Fielded at the 5, 10, 15, 20. Tries to cut up. Oh! And laid out just short of the 25-yard line. It's number 45 for the Texans, lowering a hammer as Johnson tried to cut just right into a brick wall. And so the Bucs going to start back over the 24 as a big hit laid. And so that's where Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense will take back over. 1st and 10 now from their own 23-yard line. Mayfield going to be in the gun with Irving lined up to his left-hand side. That's the near side. Receiver in motion, the near side. Mayfield takes snap quickly out to his right, complete to Mike Evans. That's going to be good for 5 or 6 yards. As the Bucs offense looks to get right back to work here. They will give him 6, so it'll be 2nd down and 4 as we approach 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. So, first 3 drives all have gone for over 50 yards and all have resulted in some form of points going up on the board. So again, 2nd down and 4. Mayfield going to go under center here. Going to bring Buka in motion to the far side. Going to hand it off to Irving, running left. Going to be taken down pretty quickly after a pickup of only 2 yards there. It was Jalen Petra with the tackle there. So that'll make it, again, 3rd down and 2. So short yardage scenario. So we'll see if Tampa goes to the ground again. Number 67 for Tampa. They're showing on the sidelines on the bench being attended to. So substitute right tackle here. We'll see if the Bucs bring pressure. Receiver coming in motion to the far side. Mayfield working out of the gun. Takes a snap. Mayfield looking to step up in the pocket, and it's going to be complete. And that'll be enough for a first down here as Mayfield connects with Ibuka for progress. We'll give him that. It is Luke Gedeke on the sideline. So number 77, Charlie Heck, will sub in to take his place. As Gedeke, oh yeah, that's not good. We just saw Gedeke try to stand up and grimace pretty significantly as he seemed to test his ankle. Mayfield out of the gun, 3 wide receivers to the far side. Irving now going to go in motion to his right. Going to be a handoff to Irving. Up the middle, he's going to cut right, but he's not going to pick up much more than 4 or 5 yards as he was wrapped up by Danielle Hunter. And by number 8, I believe, which is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. No, they will give him 5, though, as we cross under just a minute left to go here in the first quarter. So we again go 50 seconds. So what will probably be the last play of scrimmage in this first quarter, if the clock will continue to roll. Mayfield, once again, working out of the gun. Ibuka going in motion to Mayfield's right. Takes a snap. And it's batted down at the line. Mayfield catches his own pass, and that's going to go backwards here. So Mayfield should have let that fall as it got batted at the line. Mayfield catches it, and it's going to be a loss of yardage. There is a flag, though. So we'll see what this flag is. It does mean we'll get another play. And we're going to get an illegal use of hands penalty on Derek Stingley Jr. Taking a look at the replay here. Stingley in coverage on Mike Evans. I don't know about that one. Maybe he gets his hands up a little bit high. Yeah, I think that's a missed call by the official there. But that's going to... I could see it at full speed, but that's a tough one. It's going to give the Bucs an automatic first down here, as I believe that's 15 yards. So Mayfield in the gun, takes a snap, looking right, firing, completes Irving. Going to try and get up over the midfield, and going to be tackled just at the Texans' 49. And so that will take us to the end of the first quarter here with a score of Bucs 10, Texans 10, Bucs 7. I feel like they're similar. I don't know. I feel like every time I want to say Texans, I want to say Bucs, and I don't know why. But Bucs working into Houston territory, and they'll take us into the second quarter here on Monday Night Football. So once again, we go to commercial and I can chill out a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, I forget how quickly these commentaries will start to parch me. It's definitely not easy. It's definitely not super, super straightforward here. And, once again, back to commercial here in the second quarter. Woo! Yeah, I don't know. Again, just staying chill here on a Monday evening. And it's kind of toasty in this place. I'm going to turn... You know what? We'll turn that on. So we'll cool it down a little bit. Luckily, I got the AC unit right to my left, so it's super nice. It is a little bit muggy. Is like the only thing that it's a little bit making me feel a little bit off, but... Oh, right, the windows don't close. Need to get that fixed, but we are coming here to start the second quarter. So get back underway with a 2nd down and 3 for the Buccaneers. So we'll see how both teams line up to start the second. As Luke Gedeke, the starting Buccaneer right tackle, limping to the locker room. So not a good sign. Mayfield now out of the pistol here. First time we've seen this formation used today. Receiver coming in motion. Going to be a handoff, though, up the middle to Irving, who's going to explode 1st down and more. He's going to get all the way up over the Texans' 40. So a nice pickup there in the run game. As Gedeke, we can see working on Hunter. Yeah, just, they were talking on the broadcast that he was coming into this game a bit banged up. But 3 wide receivers now going to be to the far side as Mayfield working out of the gun. Evans, though, going to come in motion to the near side. Irving lined up to Mayfield's right, takes snap, 5-man rush. Mayfield going to find Irving to his right, going to do a little bit of a shimmy, make a man miss, going to power forward, only going to be forced out of bounds after a gain of 4. It's going to be Smith knocking him out of bounds. And so make it 2nd down and 6. Who did I take in this game? I think I took the Bucs for Pick'ems. So I think I'm rooting for the Buccaneers. Mayfield here under center. Irving remains in the game as a single back. Otten going to go in motion. Going to line up. Still on the line. Quick check at the line. Happening quickly. Mayfield. Play clock winding down. Receiver coming in motion in the near side. Mayfield takes snap. It's going to be Irving up the middle. Going to be cutting it right. Going to get a little bit of a push. And I think he'll do just enough there to pick up the 1st down. If it's 3rd down, it's only going to be 3rd and basically inches. They are going to say it's 3rd down here. So it's going to be 3rd down and just short for the Buccaneers as Irving gets up over 35 yards with that gain. Gets up to 37. So doing a nice job so far on 6 totes. But out of the gun now. Again, 3 wide receivers to the far side. Ibuka now coming in motion at the near side. Mayfield takes a snap. 5-man rush once again for Houston. Mayfield screaming to his left. And he's going to fall forward. He's just about going to pick up that 1st down. Will Anderson celebrating, think he had the sack, but Mayfield doing a nice job to be able to pick up that 1st down, knowing the down and distance. Does a nice job. Picks up the 1st. And the Bucs offensive drive will continue. As Mayfield just unable to find Otten before he had to try to escape. He did have a man downfield, but does a nice job at escaping the pocket and picking up the 1st. But out of shotgun now, once again, working from just inside Houston's 30. Takes a snap, fakes the toss. Going to be a screen back to the far side to Ibuka. Is going to get wrapped up for a gain of 4. Another flag thrown on the play. And we'll see what this one's for. Looks like the Buccaneers walking backwards. And we got an ineligible man downfield penalty called on Cody Mach. Or Cody Mach. I believe it's Mach. So let's see here. They do have it highlighted. And it just gets downfield a little bit too soon. It looks to be 2 Buccaneers O-linemen who got downfield a little bit before the screen was completed. So that'll push Tampa back to a 1st and 15 empty set here as they work from just inside the 35 of Houston. Mayfield takes a snap, looking right, fires over the middle, overthrew Mike Evans. Bullock was in there on coverage and delivered a bit of a hit to Evans. There is another flag thrown. And this time it's going to be offsides on the Texans. Will Anderson getting flagged for this one. I'm not taking, as we take a look here, as Will Anderson jumps a little bit early. It was very tight. Not a great camera angle to be able to tell. But Will Anderson called here, so we're back to 1st and 10. Mayfield offset pistol now. Otten to Mayfield's right and Irving behind Mayfield. Ibuka going in motion to the far side. Giving a handoff up the middle. Sorry, that's Rashad White who was going to fall forward and pick up 5 or 6 yards there. That's now take us back to 2nd and 5. As we thought we were going to be a couple of plays ago before the ineligible man downfield and the offsides penalty. Woo. I don't know. But already a 7-minute drive for Tampa. 10 plays, 54 yards, 2nd and 4. Going to be jet sweep here to Ibuka, who finds the edge. Going to get spun around, but does enough to pick up the 1st down. And so again, Tampa continues to rock as the rookie gets a toe on the ground. You can quite see where that ball went until it was there. Got a pretty big hit laid on him as well. But they're highlighting Emeka Egbuka right now, was somebody that was who was like, one of the guys that was on my list of players that I hope the Steelers drafted. He's, proven that right so far this season. 1st and 10 though from in the Houston red zone. Mayfield looking right, firing for Mike Evans, going to be knocked away. Derek Stingley there on coverage. So Stingley and Evans going to be a battle to watch for the entirety night. Very nice play there from the corner. Stingley, really nice anticipation there to knock that ball away. 2nd and 10 now. Mayfield in the gun, going to be handoff to Irving, running to the left, going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Does a nice job to cut back inside and ends up picking up about 4 yards there before he's tackled by number 39 for the Texans. That's Henry Toto. So now it's 3rd and 6 from deep in Houston territory. 3 of 3 in the 3 of 3 so far in the game on 1st down, but it's only been an average of 3 yards to go. This one from twice that difference as we cross under 10 minutes left to go here in the half. Mayfield sending Irving in motion. Will come back. Play clock winding down. Takes the snap. Texans free rusher off the near side. Screen to Ibuka. Up over the 10. Complete. Down to the 5. Into the end zone. And then Ibuka into the end zone. And the Bucs strike again. It's 13-10. Extra point pending. As the Bucs take advantage of the Texan blitz to find their way into the end zone. Ibuka doing a nice job. Also, the substitute right tackle of Heck doing a nice job getting downfield, helping the wide receiver out, throwing a nice early block. Cody Mock also making up for his ineligible man downfield penalty earlier on. And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson not able to get over there early in time. Snap, hold, kick, and the extra point is good. And that'll make it 14-10 here in the second after a long drive from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Results in an Emeka Egbuka touchdown. And so once again, we will head back to commercial as Egbuka showing a bunch of touchdowns early in this season. So it's a good thing I have Baker Mayfield. So we're very happy on that front to see more passing touchdowns, especially against what's a pretty good Texans defense. So once again, heading to commercial here. And we're getting back to hanging out. So I feel like I always don't know what to say during these commercials, especially with no chat. I feel like it's kind of difficult sometimes. But I don't know. I don't want to say that'll hopefully come with time because I feel like that's a little bit presumptive. But hey, we do this for long enough. hopefully we get something rocking, and we can see from there as to exactly what goes down. And as again, here in commercial in the second quarter, as the Bucs just took a 14-10 lead with the connection from Mayfield to Egbuka. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say right now. Dead air feels wrong, though. It's still pretty toasty. Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd spot to be in commercials, but we figure it out. Also, I just learned to shut up during commercials, but here I am still talking about not shutting up. Yeah, so that's a thing. Oh, they're saying that Heck. So they're saying that Heck should have gotten flatted for a trip. I don't think that was the case. I think it was just he's trying to lay a block, and his leg is just going. I think that's incidental. But again, Egbuka into the end zone on a 15-yard touchdown reception, 14-play, 77-yard drive. And that'll take us here with 9:41 left to go in the half. And the Texans going to have an opportunity to respond. The kick is away and fielded at the near side at the 5, 10, 15, 20. Cutting it back to the right, trying to cut out the field. Going to be tackled, though, at the 21. Kayvon Merriweather making the stop for Tampa special teams. And it's two nice special teams plays. It means both offenses now going to have a long way to go here with their drives. But Stroud, again, been very efficient. 5 of 7 for 105 and a touchdown so far this evening. And so we'll see if he can continue that here. So again, first down and 10, working from what will be their own 22-yard line. Stroud under center. Double motion going to the far side. Going to be a handoff going up the middle. Met in the backfield and tackled for a loss. Kalijah Cansey with the stop as two flags come flying in late. It's going to be for, I think, an illegal motion here. And yeah, it was two players in motion, which looked odd. Penalty will be declined, though, so it will remain as the loss of 2, as a really nice play from Cansey. I believe it was Chubb on the carry in the loss of 2. Again, love to see a pick guy go to work. Being an alum myself, got to watch Cansey, so that was cool. Running back lined up to Stroud's left in the gun. 2nd and 12, takes a snap, 4-man rush for Tampa. Stroud surveying the field, still looking, firing to the near side, complete for a first down and more down to the 40. It's Xavier Hutchinson with a nice about 20-yard pickup there. And the Texans offense getting right back to work. Stroud has been very explosive through the air. As again, great protection there from the Houston offensive line. As Hutchinson just doing a nice job. Again, just finding that little chink in the zone coverage. And, Nico Collins, I think, getting a lot of the attention there. Stroud going to go under center here. 1st and 10 now working from the Houston 40. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Stroud, pass rusher bearing down on him, rolls out to the near side to his left. Going to try to scramble. Going to dump it off. And his tight end trips for what would have been a really nice gain. That pass intended for Dalton Schultz. Or sorry, not for Dalton Schultz. That was for Bryant. As there was a potential big play. As Harrison Bryant, unable to find a connection. Just Harrison Bryant just tries to cut it upfield and just slips. Yeah, just his feet got out from under him and just unable to get there. And he had a ton of yards there. So that'll make it 2nd down and 10 here for the Texans. Chubb going to be lined up to Stroud's right. Takes a snap. Going to be pumped to the right. Going to be dumped back. Running back screen to the left. Is going to be met in the backfield. And Chubb only going to pick up about a yard or two as Antoine Winfield in there on the stop. So it'll make it 3rd down and long here. They'll call it 9, but it was a pick up about 1.5. So 8 minutes now left to go in the half as clock continues to chip away. They're actually going to reclassify it to a 3rd and 8 here on the broadcast. 7:51, 7:50, 7:49 left to go. Stroud, I believe, motioning out into empty. Or no, not going to quite motion out into empty yet. Bucks showing blitz. They'll drop out into coverage. Stroud looking, firing to his right, and he's going to skip it in front of that time. It was in the area of Dalton Schultz. But just inaccurate there from C.J. Stroud, and I imagine that's going to bring out the punting unit. But tons of injuries to the Texans pass catchers, which I did not know coming into the night. Tank Dell, who's been nursing that injury since last year, but also Braxton Berrios, Christian Kirk, and tight end Cade Stover. As we're taking a look at Elijah Cansey now, heading to the locker room. The punt is away, and he fielded fair caught just shy of the 13-yard line, as that's where the Tampa offense will take back over. And so with 7:32 left to go in the half, we will once again head back to a commercial break. Oh, I feel, again, it's just, we're not drinking beer tonight. Partially because it's not a Steelers game, so I don't need it yet. But I obviously don't want to see Elijah Cansey head into the locker room. I'm so tired. I don't know why I'm this yawning. If that's even a word. But yeah, it's 14-10. So I hope this overlay, the overlay looks decent. I know it's kind of low effort, but I don't know. I think it's charming. Hopefully, even if I don't know how good this the Bucks red is. I know the logo and the actual jersey red are kind of different colors, maybe. But the red color code that I had for the Bucks was this red, which still might be just wrong, and I just don't know. But who knows? But I don't know. But about to get back underway as I got pinged on Discord. Oh God, what? Okay, it's not something important. We're fine. Not something super big. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get reset as Tampa Bay's offense looks to retake the field. And it's a good thing the Bucks I was already set up there. We'll have it up for the Texans defense so that way I can call out them a little bit better. But Baker Mayfield tonight, not quite as explosive through the air as C.J. Stroud has been. 10 of 13 for 94 yards. But those 2 touchdowns making the difference. I think also the Bucks' run game has looked a lot better in these early phases. But Mayfield going to go under center here. Going to be offset eye to the far side. That's Mayfield's left. Receiver now coming in motion to the near side. Mayfield going to hand it off the middle to Rachaad White, who's going to get a really nice push forward up to almost the 20. We'll call it the 19. That'll be a pickup of about 6 yards. Then it'll make it 2nd down and 4. That's, again, a really nice pickup there. As Mayfield has really looked his best when he's been releasing the ball very quickly on those early first option reads. But he's shown that as well that when these plays need a little bit more time to develop, he can hit them too, as he did on that first touchdown pass. But second down and 3, so they'll give him forward progress up to the 20. Receiver in motion to the far side, going to hand it off once again up the middle. Rashad White, once again, he's going to get up over the 25 to about the 26. So 2 back-to-back really solid run plays from this Tampa offense as their O-line really starting to find a rhythm. And that's without, as well, some key personnel on that front as we cross under 6.5 left to go in the second. Because, again, no Tristan Wirfs and the right tackle, whose name escapes me. We'll check that in a second. But he's out as well. Mayfield going to once again go under center. Egbuka going to go in motion to the far side. And flag thrown early. I believe we're going to get a false start here on the Buccaneers with 6:11 left to go here in the second. And it's going to be called on, it is going to be a false start, and it's going to be on number 62. Number 62 is the left tackle, Graham Barton. Luke Gedicke, who was the right tackle's name that I was looking for. So then I get first and 15 now. 6:06, 6:05, 6:04 left to go here in the second. Mayfield doing a quick check at the line, working out of the gun. Trips bunched to the near side. That's Mayfield's right. Takes a snap. Going to be dumped off to Rashad White. Going to make a man miss in the backfield. But it's going to be gang tackled there as Toto and Rankins first two. And that's going to be a loss of 2. That's going to make it an early second down and 17 here. Never a position you want to be in. They'll give them forward progress, though. They'll call it second down and 16. And a nice job from that Texans defense to rally to the football. So we'll see if the Bucs can work together anything here on what is a second and rather long, as the Texans defense need to look for a stop. As you can see, there's 2 fans in full gear in the stand. Receiver going in motion to the far side, running back to Mayfield's left. Mayfield looking back to his left. I'm going to be met in the backfield and sacked back at the 10-yard line. I believe that's Sheldon Rankins again getting a tackle for loss. Once again, flags thrown. It's going to be a loss of 9, pending anything extracurricular. And they're going to call illegal use of hands to the face, which is an automatic first down on Dylan Horton of the Texans. So that's going to wipe away that 9-yard loss. As, yeah, that one's a much more clear illegal use of hands to the face. And so that's going to push Tampa all the way up to their 24 now. So Mayfield going to go under center. Handoff up the middle. Going to be good for about 3 yards there. As penalties really killer there. As Houston's defense put themselves in a great situation. But again, that it was. I thought it was 92. I don't see 90. No, Dylan Horton, who is at least showing up on my depth chart as a third-string DN. Also, quick injury update, Jalen Petrie, the starting safety, starting nickelback, per my depth chart, is out. So Mayfield in the gun, takes a snap, 4-man rush for the Texans. Mayfield pumps. This time he's going to go down and get sacked, and this one's going to count. It's Danielle Hunter finding his way home, and that'll set up a 3rd and long as we get under 4 minutes to go. And now, for the first time in this game, we have a sack as Danielle Hunter beats Graham Barton with a really nice little sidestep, little hesitation move, and finds home, taking down Baker Mayfield. And so that'll make it 3rd down and 16 as Danielle Hunter officially gets over 100 sacks on his career. So again, 3rd and 16. Mayfield, quick screen out to the left to Egbuka. Going to try to go up the middle, but only going to be good enough to get back to 3rd and 10. And that'll mean for the first time today, we'll see the Bucs punting unit come out on the field. Azeez Al-Shaair and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson celebrating the stop on that one. And so we'll see the Bucs offense come back out. So great job from the Texans to rally on defense, and the punt is away. Not without a little bit of pressure. Going to be fielded all the way back at the 15. Going to be fielded up over the 20, the 25, the 30. So solid return there as the Texans offense with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the half will get an opportunity to get back to work right after this. So we'll head to commercial once more. As Danielle Hunter putting Baker in a bit of an uncomfortable position there. Though I think he was a little bit more frustrated about getting sacked than anything else. And yeah, we're going to go back to another commercial break. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I'm always kind of running a little bit out of breath, out of energy in this one. And, yeah, also, once again, I get a second to scroll the depth charts again. Yay! I don't know, I feel like I could probably do a little bit more preparation for these, but I'm not going to memorize players on 24 hours. Or, take 24 hours to memorize players' names. Because at the same time, I also listen in to the IRL broadcast. Just trying to get a little bit of insight that way, just so that way I know a little bit more about what's going on. So small benefits, but yeah, we're listening in here. So I'll try to make sure we at least have an opportunity to be lined up, and yeah, we'll see how Steph continues. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what kind of scheduling looks like for next week. I know Steelers take on the Patriots, which I imagine is going to be out of market for me, so I probably won't be able to stream that one, sadly. As if you couldn't tell, I am in fact a Steelers fan. And of course, the terrible towel is up there because I'm not going to be waving it for this one. As we're also taking a look at Chargers Raiders. I don't know why Chargers Raiders, why they're starting that at 10 Eastern, completely escapes me. Good luck to. I know people like Tom Grossi, and if there's anybody else who does every primetime game for commentary, good luck to them, especially if they're on the East Coast or even if they're in Central. Because that game, it starts in 2 hours, so there's going to be a little bit of an overlap, but that's still going to be a long Monday night for them. But Stroud out of the gun, running back lined up to his right, going to be handing it off up the middle to Chubb, who's going to blast forward and have a nice pickup there. He's going to end up picking about 6.5 yards. As Chubb heads forward, we're taking a look at potentially some of the reason why Kalijah Cansey coming off the field. As they're saying, it is a pec injury for the Bucs edge rusher, as he is questionable. Luke Gedeke, the right tackle, out with a foot injury. They mentioned earlier on the broadcast that is his ankle, which already came in a little bit iffy. But that will take us down to the 2-minute warning here, as the Texans just going to let this clock roll. So when we come back, it will be 2nd down and 4. And we'll see if the Bucs can manage to hold strong and potentially go into halftime here with a 4-point edge. Ba-ba-ba-ba. That's all. That's little do you know. That's also one of the reasons that I continue to listen to the broadcast, is so that way I can hear the Monday Night Football music. Because, some of those football transition themes are golden. Others need to go with the Fox score bug in the garbage. So, I don't know, but once again, here in commercial and not too much time left to go. We're seeing more ads for one battle after another, which I don't know. One battle after another looks decent. We'll see. We'll see how some of it turns out, but I don't know. Once again, seeing ads that are now making me hungry. Goddamn McDonald's. But yeah, I don't know if I'm doing a. I don't know. I could also work out tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I didn't go for actually no because I got to be back for that. I guess. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. But I don't know. I guess you are in chat again. Hopefully you're having a great day. And even if you're just lurking here, of course, that is appreciated. Always appreciate, even just lurking around, giving the algorithm a little bit of love, even if it's, even if it's just 2 people total. Always appreciate that. And again, just 2 minutes away from the halftime break now. Is once again, I got pinged in Discord. It wasn't important, so we're going back to streaming. Yay! And damn it, I got another one. What is this? Okay, it was the same thing. So hopefully that didn't come through. It very well may have, though. But again, Buccaneers will receive the kickoff, so I think pretty important that the Texans do try to walk away with some points here. But Stroud working out of the gun, 3 wide receivers to the far side. That's his right. Alert call at the line. Running back going in motion to Stroud's right. Stroud, dancing around the pocket, going to step up and going to take off up over the 40 to the 45, going to get up over midfield, down to the Buccaneers 45 before he's eventually taken down by Servassier Dennis. And a really nice scramble there from Stroud and another explosive play. As ESPN, I don't know if I would call it highlighting, but I guess noting all of the quarterback injuries so far this season, we're up to 5, including the likes of Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Justin Fields, and J.J. McCarthy, all at the quarterback position. Stroud working out of the gun now, working from inside Bucs territory at the 45. Drops back, going to be dumping it off to his right. Is complete to his tight end, Dalton Schultz, who is only going to get down to the 41 before he's tackled. And so clock continued to roll here down to about a minute after the 4-yard pickup. Nice block there from Marks as Dennis was bearing down on Stroud, who takes the snap here, looking to his right. Going to be sacked this time. Number 96 for Tampa in there on the sack. That is Greg Gaines in there. Able to get a really nice tackle for loss as he's able to find C.J. Stroud, wrap him up, and just nowhere to go. That'll make it 3rd down and 14 here as Tampa calls their first time out of the half with 46 seconds left to go. So very interesting there. So again, now if you're the Texans, how aggressive do you want to get? Do you have a big push to get into field goal range? Do you play a little bit more conservative? Or I don't think you try to run the ball here on 3rd and long. But there's been a good bit of explosiveness from this Texans offense and the Bucs. Showing blitz at the line here, 3rd down and 14. Bucs showing pressure. Will they bring it? They'll bring 5. They'll bring 6 on a delayed. Stroud looking, scrambling to his right, trying to escape. Gonna throw it downfield just past Nico Collins and incomplete. And with 38 seconds left to go, it's gonna bring up 4th and 14. And I imagine we will be seeing the Texans punting unit here as Houston unable to cut into the lead I believe it was number 5 in there with the pressure. That was Hassan Reddick who got the closest to Stroud, kind of forced him to escape to his right, but goes just beyond the Houston wide receiver. And the punt is away here with about 30 seconds left to go. It's going to be in the end zone for a touchback. And so with 30 seconds left, we'll see if the Tampa offense can get anything done and try to extend this 4-point lead. What's been some pretty nice football. Been certainly a nice break from the last two games that I've watched, which were because our first, at least in terms of streaming, or no, because I didn't stream the Steelers game yesterday. But it is, again, 4-point Buccaneer lead. Baker Mayfield looks solid. And Bucs and Texans tied at 160 yards apiece. So been some nice offensive performances as Mayfield, alone in the gun, takes a snap. 4-man rush. Baker Mayfield quickly to his left, complete to Evans, down to only about the 29-yard line. And a quick timeout taken by the Buccaneers with 25 seconds left to go after the 9-yard pickup. So it'll be second down and 1, but still a lot of distance left to go here. If the Bucs are thinking field goal, you got to have, still certainly enough time to run 2 plays with that timeout remaining, but certainly going to be tight. You're going to be really looking to get those out routes. You're going to be looking to maybe try and find a gap in the zone on a bit of a comeback route, maybe trying to get complete there. Mike Evans, only 3 catches for 23 yards tonight on 4 targets. But, still a reliable option for Baker Mayfield, who takes a snap, 4-man rush. Mayfield looking, going to be under pressure, going to fire to his left, over the head of Cade Otton. That's going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 now with 19 seconds left to go. Will Anderson, one of the first guys in there, putting pressure on Baker. Because again, this Texans O-line, 67% pass rush win rate tonight. So they've been very effective tonight. But the run game has still been good, and I think that's what's been the difference so far in the first half. In terms of offenses, Mayfield takes a snap, 4-man rush once again. Mayfield looking deep down the left-hand side, going to overthrow. I'm looking for Mike Evans, and 14 seconds left to go in the half. 4th and 1. Once again, going to bring out the punt team, but this time for Tampa. As the defense is really starting to hold firm here. As, Baker, just had Evans open, was looking for him, nice bit of anticipation, but just ended up throwing it over his head. To line up to punt, it's Riley Dixon looking up on the way to Jalen. No! And just about gets away. Does take a Texans bounce here, but I imagine won't matter. Just inside the 30. 2 seconds left. I imagine the Texans about to just kneel us down, take us into halftime. But a lot of pressure in the face of the Tampa Bay punter, who did go down as well. As, it was just about missed the arm of, I believe it's Hansen in there. I believe Hansen got the closest, but it will be a kneel down, and it'll take us into the half with the score Tampa Bay 14 and Houston 10. That will take us to halftime. Tampa, of course, will receive the kick as we move into the second half. So I think advantage Tampa Bay. But I think a lot to still see as we move into the second half. I'm fucking yawning. Why am I yawning? I don't know. But, we'll see. Again, going to see exactly what goes down here. But, again, in the halftime, might give me a chance to step away, grab a drink of water. We'll see. Nope, we're still good on battery. Because I got my battery pack here. Got that. Got that. Yoink, 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 yoink. Okay, credit report. I can do adulting things at halftime. As much as I feel like being on my phone while streaming is kind of party foul, I also kind of don't know what to do. I mean, we can check stats in a moment, but I don't think too much to write home about. Obviously, nothing really in the way of turnovers to speak of. As is there anything important on my credit? Checking updates. Nope, nothing important. As I'm sure this is what all of you are here for, is me talking about me getting a notification on my credit. That's totally why you're here. But 12 minutes. Let's go in the half, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm tempted to step away for water, especially since it's just over there. But they are bringing up some stats right now. So Baker Mayfield, 13-18 for 109 and 2 scores. C.J. Stroud, 8-13 for 131 and a touchdown. So decently evenly matched, I'd argue. Again, I'd argue, I think C.J. Stroud has certainly been more explosive. But I think Baker doing a nice job just kind of making plays happen, finding ways to connect with his wide receivers. And I think the difference has been really Bucky Irving. Yeah, but they're actually showing him right now. I think Jason Kelsey's talking about him. Bucky Irving, 7 carries for 41 yards. Has looked really explosive. Also, the screenplays for Tampa have been working out very nicely. So we'll keep an eye on some of those. And if that kind of moving the O-line, getting that ball out quickly, continues to make things work for the Buccaneers offensive line. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I don't know what else to say here. I feel like that's the big thing. I don't feel like with the Texans run game, there's much to speak of. I feel like I almost said Ashton Genty, but he's in Vegas. Nick Chubb has looked pretty solid. I think his amount of touches has been a little bit limited, but I think we'll have to wait and see for some of those as to exactly what happens. But, they're also taking a run through all of the injured quarterbacks. So, J.J. McCarthy, Joe Burrow. Obviously, Burrow out for 3 months. McCarthy out for 2 to 4 weeks with an ankle sprain. Jane Daniels, I believe, is a sprained knee. Left knee sprain. So his status is uncertain. So, I saw that live, whereas he definitely came up a little bit hobbled. But, I feel like I'm just about a step away from water at this point. But we got 10 minutes. You know what? I'm going to step away for water. I'm going to be right back. But, it's like 60 seconds. So. Yes, it is orange water for the team with the creamsicle jersey. It's don't judge me. I hear your judgment. I don't know. I feel like I go insane very quickly doing this, and I don't know if it's just hey, I'm talking to myself for X amount of time, but I don't know. It happens. Oh. Yeah, that was needed. That was verily needed. Uh, oh, there we go. Yeah. I don't know. Again, I feel like there's not that much to say at halftime. Apart from giving me a chance for the next just under 8 minutes here to catch a bit of my breath. Uh, yeah, nothing really big of note. But taking a look at Geno Smith walking into the Death Star. That's a cool walk-in spot with all the spangly bits. Glitter. That's the American word. Why did I think British there for a second? Spangly. He was walking through the spangly hallway. Insanity is a thing. Also, probably microphones. I should probably invest in because I don't think that this computer mic is too bad, but I don't know. Jeez, Pete Carroll turned 74 today? Good Lord. Well, every game that Pete Carroll wins, he's the oldest head coach to ever do so. So, I don't know. Ugh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, there's the jambalaya coming back from earlier. Woo! I definitely like the Chargers tonight over the Raiders. I feel like the Raiders, the Raiders have potential to stay in this game. But I think after what we saw from the Chargers against the Chiefs last week, I feel like there's too much or there's not enough to go against the Chargers here. I think the Raiders definitely have some potential. Geno Smith, of course, is a solid guy, even if he's a Mountaineer, which I don't appreciate. But yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna shut up for the next 5 minutes. But I don't know. But yeah, again, Buccaneers will get the ball on the way out, and yeah, we'll enjoy the second half. There's plenty of time left to go. I don't know what to say. It's this is hard. Again, I feel like it's especially done commentary of video games and stuff in the past. But, doing this for a few hours definitely gets me going. And I feel like this kind of play-by-play streaming commentary, where it's like, hey, I'm always on screen. It's tough. It's not easy, especially since again, I don't know if it is just being new, but especially doing racing, doing commentary over kind of e-racing, I guess would be the technical term, since iRacing is its own thing. Where it's there's stuff pretty consistently going on during that I feel like I have to talk during, but I don't know, because we're at just about the hour and a half mark in this one, and we're gonna keep trucking away. We're gonna enjoy the rest of this Monday night and kind of get set for later in the week, and we'll see how stuff goes, I guess. All right. All right. You see Chad Powers ads, which is that's a thing. But I don't know. I don't think do I have I don't have subscribers on Leon, do I? Okay, I don't. We're good there. It is just dead, which is fine. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. All right. All right. So taking a look at gold sauce. Like the gold sauce from McDonald's is okay. It's just gold barbecue sauce. It's nothing super out there, but it's solid. Ugh. I don't know if I need a stretch or what's going on here, but yeah, I got nothing super interesting going on. Ugh. The boss. Always good to see that in this the like NFL cannot be reproduced as we are about to start the third quarter here. So we'll go ahead and set it to nope. I don't have caps lock on. There we go. So we'll see what happens here as we work our way into the second half. But again, Bucks with the advantage. And we'll see if that can continue. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And we're back. I hope I'm doing better than Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, but ultimately I do not know. Alright, so we'll get set back up so that we are ready to go. So I imagine we'll see the Bucks. There we go. I hope we'll see the Bucks get back to Bucky Irving, since that seemed to be what catalyzed a good chunk of their success in the first half, was establishing some of that run game. The kick by Fairbairn is away and is fielded at the 2-1, the near side. Buccaneers moving from right to left, 10, 15, 20, 25, tripped up and falls at around the 28-yard line. And so that is where the Buccaneers offense will be taking back over. But yeah, again, these Texan defensive ends finally starting to find some momentum. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, going to be the players to watch in their battles with the Tampa tackles as we move in the second half here. 64% pass rush win rate so far tonight. Offset eye on the first snap here from the Bucks. Receiver coming in motion to the near side. Mayfield hands it off up the middle. Irving up over the 30, down to the 35, and the Bucks getting right back to this run game. It's Anderson who makes the tackle, but not before Bucky Irving picks up 7 yards there. And then they get second down and 3. So again, the edge seems to be pretty good for Houston, but in the interior, it definitely seems to be a little bit more of Tampa with the edge. Baker going to go here under center. Receiver coming in motion in the near side. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Going to be met in the backfield, but is going to manage to get past the O-line, doing a nice little bit of shimmying. Only going to be able to pick up 1 yard, though, this time, is once again Bucky Irving. So not as much there, but still a nice job over these first 2 snaps here in the second. As Jalen Petra is back into the game for Houston. They are going to call it 3rd and 1 here, so I think it is going to be a long one here. It's closer to 2. Mayfield empty set. 7th third down today for the Bucs. Irving going to come in motion to Mayfield's right. That makes it 3 wide receivers still to the near side. Mayfield takes a snap, looking, firing to his left, going to be complete. I believe that's Sterling Shepard on the grab. Going to be good enough for 5 on a first down. It was Petra on coverage. But a nice little quick slant there, and good from Mayfield to find his man. Mayfield out of shotgun once again. Going to be fakes the handoff. Going to be a quick throw to the right. It's going to be Shepard once again, who's going to get just shy of midfield before he's taken down. But again, nice pickup there on first down as the Bucs offense keeps clicking. Once again, 7 yards on first down. As Sterling Shepard, nice little back-to-back grabs on an RPO look. Mayfield in the gun, a little bit up-tempo, going to be handed off to Irving here, who's going to be met in the backfield and tackled for about a loss of about 1.5 yards. Big hit there as well from number 39 for Houston on the cutback, Henry To'o, doing a nice job storming into the backfield to stop the progress of Bucky Irving. That's great anticipation there from the Texan linebacker. So to make it 3rd down and 4 now. 8th tackle of the game for To'o. His first tackle for loss. Mayfield in the gun. Buka can come in motion to the chart of the formation. Mayfield takes snap. Surveying. Trying to escape to his right. Gonna not get away. He's going to get tripped up and go down. Sheldon Rankins is going to get credited with the sack there as Mayfield unable to escape. Going to be a loss of 4 there. It's going to make it 4th and 8. And that is going to end the Tampa Bay drive. And Houston going to have a chance to get the ball back here and get back to work. As just manhandles that Tampa right guard and just able to get a shoestring tackle in. And so that the Houston defensive front starting to wake up now. Snap back and punches away much cleaner this time than it was last. It's going to be deep and bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And so Texans going to be taken back over from their 25-yard line. And so we're going to go to commercial once again. And it's still 14-10 as Texans defense. Finally, as Texans defense, I shouldn't say finally, continues to hold strong here. It'll be 11:23 left to go here in the 3rd quarter when we return from commercial. We'll wait and see what continues to go down here. As we'll see if CJ Stroud can bring some of that explosiveness back. But again, the Texans offense look to start to sputter a little bit as well. So I don't think it's a given that the Texans offense will get to work and potentially take the lead. Also, I'm getting distracted because I got a new cookbook recently, which is like sitting off to my side. I don't know. I feel like I gotta figure some of that out. Not sure. Ooh, Bucatini. Oh, well, look, that grocery lists are a tomorrow problem. Sometimes I like having longer hair. Other times it is an absolute pain in my ass. I don't know. Of course, if you are in chat, feel free to like and subscribe. Always appreciate it. We're gonna hawk myself a little bit. Of course, it is not required, but greatly appreciated. And we'll see what goes down. What is this? All right. got a new FX show, which is interesting. Oh. Yeah. All right, coming out of commercial here. Energy. I have not. But back here at Energy Stadium. Stroud out of the gun here on first down. Going to be a handoff to Chubb, running right. Going to get up over the line of scrimmage. Going to pick up about 4 there on first down. So definitely good to see Chubb back and rolling fairly consistently. Obviously, I'm not going to be as explosive, not as much as of a bell cow as he was, especially in Cleveland after some of the energy injury issues. Kalijah Cansey, meanwhile, for the Bucs, is out with a pec injury. So that's not good. So 2nd and 6, Stroud takes snap, big rush for the Bucs. Going to be looking over the middle, complete. Nico Collins all the way down to the 40 before his forward progress eventually going to be stopped. As Stroud finding his top wide receiver for only the 2nd time tonight, that time working on McCollum over the middle, just able to get a step to the inside. Good throw from Stroud. And yeah, Nico Collins just able to get that step inside and unable, McCollum unable to get that advantage back. Of course, Tampa bringing pressure there on 2nd down. That's going to allow Collins and Stroud to connect. Out of shotgun once again, going to be another handoff to Chubb up the middle. This time, though, he's going to be met only after a gain of about 1. Servassier Dennis in there first to make the stop. So, definitely seemed that the running game, definitely in and out for the Texans, but I feel like you can get Nick Chubb working a little bit better here, as he's looked pretty solid in phases. Of course, when you're running at Vita Vea, you're going to want to take a look at the problem a little bit differently. Stroud takes snap, looking to his right, stepping up in the pocket, now escaping to his right, going to pump, going to take off running, going to sidestep, going to run forward, going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards there. It's going to make it 3rd down, let's call it 3, before they end up stopping it. Before he's tackled, it was Diaby that time on the stop for Tampa. I'm going to call it a pickup of 6 there, so it'll make it 3rd down and 2. As, kind of had a guy over the middle, but able to just kind of, ends up taking off. So 3rd and 2 here for Houston. From about midfield. For the first down. Stroud looking, going to go down, back at the Houston 38. As a DB blitz catches him out. It is number 23 for Tampa. Pick up, I believe, their first sack of the night. As a little bit of a different look blitz there, as it's Tyke Smith on a safety blitz. As actually no, it wasn't a bit of a sim pressure there. Apologies. As Tampa shows blitz, has a bunch of people drop off, has Smith and Reddick coming in off the right hand side, getting that overload, finding that mismatch, and it's Stroud going down for a loss of 9. It's going to bring up the Texan punting unit. Tommy Townsend. The punt is away. Punting to Cameron Johnson. He's going to field signal for a fair catch. And that's actually going to take a nice bounce. It's going to go out inside the 10. I think they're going to mark it just inside the 8. And so that's where Baker Mayfield in the Bucs offense will have to take back over here when we come back with 8 minutes and 1 second left to go here in the 3rd quarter. So game slowing down a bit. Oh. So is this a Gillette? Gillette has team-branded razors now? Oh. Neat. The Dublin game will be cool. I have thought about going to the Steelers game in Dublin, but just didn't, wasn't going to pan out. Damn, I need fluids. Sure, we're getting more fluids. I actually need, Gonna get creatine going, especially when we go to the gym tomorrow. And we're back. Almost. Not actually. I'm just back. Oh. But we are. And now we're back from commercial break. So yeah, this quarter's definitely gone a lot slower. But, you know, first down and 10, 8:01 to go in the third now. I feel like it'd definitely be interesting to do, and I feel like it's just me talking out my ass now, but actually we'll go back to that in a second. Mayfield motions into the I, so under center. Receiver now coming in motion to the near side. It's going to be a handoff running at the right for Irving, who's only going to be able to pick up about 2 yards there before he's swung down. Azeez Al-Shaair in there on the tackle. So, yeah, after the first 4 scoring drives in this game, we've seen all punts. I feel like it'd be interesting to try and do some other content. I feel like I'd actually have to learn editing for those, because I feel like the streaming is fairly easy. But obviously making videos requires a little bit more effort. Mayfield under center. Single back is Irving. Receiver coming in motion to the near side, working from their own 10. Going to be handoff to Irving once again, who's going to spring free, get up to the 15, going to be pushed forward and pick up a nice first down. So after a nice little 6-yard sprint, Irving gets a little assist for the last 2 yards. And that is a Buccaneer first down. So yeah, Bucs taking advantage of being able to pound the rock here in the second half. Was finding the good matchups. So 1st and 10 now, Bucs working from their own about 18-yard line. So still a long way to go to pick up points. Mayfield going to go under center once again. Egbuka going to go in motion to the far side. Going to hand it off once again to Irving up the middle. And this one's going to be good for, let's call it 3 yards as he gets gang tackled. So lots of run here to open up this drive for Tampa Bay. They're highlighting Sheldon Rankins right now, who's had a really nice game. But 2nd down and 8 now. 6:04, 6:03, 6:02 to go in the third quarter. Mayfield, once again under center. This time fakes the handoff to Irving. Mayfield going to have to step up in his pocket, trying to escape to his left. Going to try to throw a shovel pass as Chauncey Gardner-Johnson bearing down on him tripped him up. And a shovel pass attempt from Baker Mayfield fell just short of his intended target, I believe. That was number 88. Is again another unique blitz look. And again, just a shoestring attempt. And it was pass. It was intended for, I believe it was Cade Otton. Actually, apologies, it was not Cade Otton that pass was intended for. It was Payne Durham. But that'll make it 3rd down and 8. So working from their own 20, Mayfield running back to his right, 3 wide receivers. Spread to the near side. Unique blitz once again. And is there no flag there? Anderson got pressure. Stingley and Evans were locked up. And that pass going to fall incomplete. And so once again, it's a 3 and out here for not once again. Once again, it's a 1st down and then a 3 and out for the Buccaneers. So taking a look here at the coverage from Stingley. And no, that looks fairly clean. But yeah, a lot of pressure coming off the right-hand side. Anderson in there, Petra on a bit of a delayed safety blitz. And once again, going to be the Bucs punting unit out. And the punt is once again put under pressure, but it's away. And going to be fielded and knocked back about 3 or 4 yards. Actually going to be knocked away about 2 or 3 yards. But they're saying Christian Izzian in on the very nice coverage for the Buccaneers. And once again, can we stop going to commercial every 5 seconds? 5:40 left to go in the third, and we're heading back to commercial break here in the third quarter as offense is starting to sputter a little bit. And once again, we're going to break here on Monday Night Football in what remains a rather close game. And what looked like it was going to be an offensive showcase at the beginning has turned into a bit of a defensive slugfest. Water, even if it's orange. Thanks to Mio. I should have drank this quicker. Oh. All right. Next thing we're having is milk because we getting late. All right. Oh. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. If you're in chat and want to chime in, definitely feel free to do so. But again, if you're just hanging out, I appreciate you too. They got Chick-fil-A's a pretzel sandwich now? Oh. Damn, that sounds good now. I mean, I feel like at the same time, it's also not Chick-fil-A's thing to have a whole bunch of different stuff. I feel like you're going there, it is a chicken sandwich, and you put veggies on there or something, but I don't know. Texans have done a nice job of rebuilding since trading away Deshaun Watson, and they got an absolute haul for him, which may be, it may not have built a dynasty, but I think it built the Texans into a much more respectable team than they were with Deshaun Watson. And they offloaded him at a very good time, especially for the value they got from him. But Stroud going to go under center, going to be single back deuce. Tight end coming in motion to the near side, going to be a handoff to the right. I believe it's a Gunbowale that time. Actually, no, apologies. It was Marks on the handoff. It's going to be a pickup of 3 or 4 yards for the rookie running back. So we're taking a look at Cal McNair up in the Texan chair and CEO box. So it's going to be a pickup of 3 there, so that'll make it 2nd down and 7. You got Gardner Johnson talking with D'Amico Ryans on the sideline, as it looked to be a bit of a blitz dialed up. Offset eye this time. Tight end going in motion, going in the other side. Fakes the handoff. Stroud looking deep. Going to go under pressure. Going to try to roll and escape to his left. Going to chuck it downfield. Nobody really in the area. That's going to make it 3rd down and 7. It was Gaines closest on the pressure that they're highlighting on TV. It was also number 90, Hall, that they're highlighting. It was kind of Gaines up the middle. You would Hall on the contain. So a nice bit of pressure as Tampa, as both defensive lines have really started to dial up these O-lines. So 3rd and 7 here, Stroud. 0 of 3 and a sack taken on 3rd down. Play clock winding down, gets the snap off. Tampa bringing 5, and Stroud going to get sacked again. No protection there as Levante David, basically unblocked, is going to rock C.J. Stroud, take him down. And it's going to be 4th down and long. It's a bit of a delayed blitz look here from David as he looked to just drop off, kind of fake going in. That completely fooled the Texans' right guard. And he's just able to blast right guard and right tackle. And he's just able to come through completely unblocked. Sells it perfectly. And that'll make it 4th and 15. Snap is back and punt is away. Protection nice for the Texans special teams. They're going to be fielded at the 15 for the Buccaneers. Going to get over the 20 before he is tripped up by number 35. For the Texans, as that was Jake Hansen on the stop. And can we stop going to commercial Monday Night Football? Like, I get you want to extend this out for more ads, but stop it. No, none of that. Shame on you. But back to commercial. This game is going too fast. Have more commercials so we can have more ads. Oh. Can we get a long drive here so that way we don't have to watch ads for a bit? I mean, my God. Oh, hey, Borderlands. Hopefully Borderlands is good. Because that could be a fun game to jive into. Good Lord, I don't English well at all. Yeah, my English is not good at times. I don't know. We'll work on it. I feel like I'm going to become more unintelligible by doing streaming rather than less, just because I feel like you're talking. Just because I feel like it's talking for that amount of time is just going to cause just being more and more being a worse and worse speaker. Well, I mean it's a good thing I'm not doing most Thursday nights because I have a feeling Dolphins-Bills isn't going to be much of a game. But what's next Monday night? So that way I can get a preview. Yes or no? NFL Week 3. Because we're probably not doing Sunday again, just because I think I'll be out of market. Bengals, Vikings, Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans, Raiders, Commanders, Rams, Eagles, Falcons, Panthers, Steelers, Pats, Packers, Browns, Jets, Bucks in the early slate. So sadly, I will be out of market. So that sucks. Is that CJ Stroud and Snoop Dogg? Or no, who is that with Snoop Dogg? Oh, it was Jalen Smith and Snoop Dogg? That dude looked like he was 12. Oh, wait, no. 2015 would have been... Oh, God. 2015 would have been 10 years ago. So that actually checks out. Oh, dear. Mayfield in the gun, 4 wide receivers to the near side. Mayfield going to be throwing to the right. Going to find his man. Mike Evans, that time, he beats Derek Stingley and picks up a really nice first down on a brilliantly placed ball from Baker Mayfield just over the shoulder. Just takes off. It looked closer than on the full-on TV broadcast. That's going to be good for, 22, 23 yards? And, and Tampa Bay, longest play of the night. And once again, they're going to go empty set with quads to the far side this time. Mayfield, it's going to be the same thing. Once again, looking for Evans. They tried to go to the exact same play, this time on the left-hand side. Mayfield, this time, though, overthrows him. As I believe it was Jalen Petra, once again giving pressure there on a blitz. So that'll make it 2nd down and 10. As Petra unblocked off the off the right-hand side. As Mayfield just had to get rid of it or take the sack. So 2nd and 10, 3:28 left to go in the quarter. Mayfield takes a snap, hands it up the middle to Rachaad White, who's going to bounce it outside, up over midfield, picks up the first down, and up over the Houston 45. Does a nice job to turn a run into more. And Rachaad White picks up 12 yards on that carry before being forced out of bounds and tripped up later by Azeez Al-Shaair, who ended up being the man there to force him out. And so good to see. And so, Bucks, Rachaad White's still a solid running back. So out of the pistol this time is Baker Mayfield. This time working from the Houston 45. Ibuka going in motion, going to be handoff up the middle. Going to be Rachaad White again who's going to dance. Pick up 5. He's going to pick up back-to-back first downs as Rachaad White continues to rumble. A couple of nice moves there to result in a 10-yard pickup. So again, Rachaad White, just a little inside give, a little bit of a trap look. Just does a nice job to dance. Kind of finds the hole. He's only going to actually be given about 9.5 there. So going to be second about half a yard. They're going to give him the first down this time. And that's another big one. Sheds a couple of tacklers all the way down to the 20 as Rachaad White continues to rumble here on this drive. And Azeez Al-Shaair, meanwhile, is down. And so is Gardner Johnson unable to secure the tackle early. And Azeez Al-Shaair now down. So it looks like we're going back to commercial. As Tampa continue to roll here with 2:08. We'll head to a commercial this time, though, because of that injury timeout for the downed linebacker. So once again, back to commercial break here. Oh, boy. Yeah, let's see. What's next? So Sunday night, Lions-Ravens will be a fun one. That'll be a fun game to watch. We'll take it. All right. Thought I was about to burp there. Chiefs Giants is the Sunday night game? Huh. Don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, wait, is this dead? Yep, it's dead. All right, fully charged it. It's a 60%, so that's not great. But at least it's, I've been using it pretty consistently. But again, still in commercial here after the injury to Azeez Al-Shaair. So, again, it was very much a Monday today, it feels like. But, I don't know. I've run out of words at this point. Oh, Azeez Al-Shaair. Yeah, the injury to Azeez Al-Shaair just seemed to be, get rolled up a little bit on the back leg of Rachaad White. Take a bit of a knock to the noggin. So hopefully nothing too significant. But it's going to be 1st and 10 Tampa working now from the Texan 20-yard line. Clock now continuing to roll. 2 minutes, 1:59, 1:58. Mayfield in the pistol. Going to take the snap, hands it off up the middle, and this one going to go nowhere. Stuffed by about 4 different Texans. As handoff was once again to Rachaad White, who this time will check out of the game. The Bucs have gotten very good at running the ball. We're very good last year, especially at running the football. 4th most rushing yards a game last year. Mayfield in the gun here on 2nd down and 9. 127 total rushing yards tonight for Tampa. Been very efficient on that side of the ball. 4-man rush for Houston. Mayfield takes a snap, looking over the middle, fires in the direction of Emeka Egbuka, but once again, just overthrown. And so it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 here. As Mayfield, again, starting to feel a little bit of pressure. I think just has to release that ball that a little bit too soon. And I think that's why we've seen Tampa start to rely more and more on the run game, despite having the kind of wide receiver talent they do. Good coverage as well. As we're seeing Ibuka on the sideline getting wrapped up. Left thigh for Ibuka getting wrapped up. And 3rd and 9 now for the Texans. Mayfield in the gun. Tight end coming in motion. Takes snap. Looking to the right. Firing down the sideline towards the end zone. Not able to come down with it is Mike Evans. Almost a great one-handed grab. Derek Stingley Jr. once again on the coverage. And, great effort from Evans, but unable to ultimately come away with it. As, got very close there to being a worldly of a catch. But Evans just not quite there. And so it'll bring out Chase McLaughlin for his first pure field goal attempt of the game. Going to be from the left hash. Kick is up. Kick is no good. It's off the upright. And McLaughlin misses. And that was from pretty short range as well. That was only from, I think, about 39 yards. And so it's no good. And so the Bucs don't extend their lead to a full 7 as the miss from McLaughlin just kind of kept going right and right off the upright. And with 1:01 left in the 3rd, it remains a 4-point Tampa Bay advantage. And once again, can we stop going to commercials, ESPN? Ugh. There's been so many commercials. Dear Lord. I don't know what to say during commercials anymore. Now they're just here and happening. And I don't know. Yeah, I know. Ah. I don't know. I feel like I'm constantly stretching my jaw during this. Oh. But yeah, we got a doink. So who wants Taco Bell? I feel like every time there's a doink, I want Taco Bell. Snoop, you're a Steelers fan. What are you doing for Chargers Raiders? But again, that AFC West matchup, it'll definitely be interesting to see the result of that. But yeah, again, the McLaughlin 39-yard miss will give the Texans the ball back from their own 28. Going to be handoff running to the near side, running to the right. Going to be up over the 30. Actually, going to be tackled at about the 35 by Hall. Nick Chubb starting to rumble here. As Texans offense has not been very good this season. 15 drives, and you had that one touchdown on the opening drive of this game. And only 60 rushing yards so far. They're going to line up in the eye here on 2nd down and 3. Chubb going to not take the handoff. They're going to fake it. Stroud looking, trying to escape the pressure. Going to throw it into the dirt. There is a flag in the secondary. So we'll see what that's for, but incomplete there. And we've got illegal contact on the defense. Number 21, Benjamin Morrison, flagged for that one. As we're taking a look here, and as he was covering Nico Collins, bit light on that one. I'm not so sure, but that'll make it first down. 10 Texans now working from their own 40. What'll likely be the last play of the quarter as long as the clock keeps running. Bucks bringing 5, going to be a little dump off, complete to the tight end who's going to cut inside and going to find 10 yards, pick up the first down. And Dalton Schultz does a nice job to escape some pressure, escape downfield, and we'll move now into what's been a very defensive fourth quarter. And so Dalton Schultz, I believe they're going to spot it just short as we move into the final stanza of play. But the Texans now starting to put together a little bit of a drive of their own as we head into the final 15 minutes and head back to commercials. I'm getting sick of these damn commercials, man. I'm getting sick of it. Oh, boy. I don't know, man. We have us got Cena versus Lesnar coming up. I don't know. Cena versus Lesnar will be interesting. WrestlePalooza is a name that I hate. I think it sucks, but I don't know. Trappers? That's a cool looking course. Well, what do you want, Discord? Somewhere else, okay. Not something concerning. God, I am losing my mind. Why am I doing Michael Jackson? I am, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We are out of energy. As we're looking at bare knuckle boxing? Is this bare knuckle boxing or just kickboxing or Muay Thai? Or is this? What is this? This isn't UFC. Okay. But, alright. But we are back after what again became a surprisingly defensive affair after the first exchange. It's going to be second down and about half a yard here for the Texans, just shy of midfield. Getting over midfield does give the Texans the first down. Trips bunch to the far side. Receiver coming in motion to the near side, though, and the single back is Nick Chubb. Bucks showing pressure. Going to be Stroud going to fake the handoff, going to roll to the right, going to dump it off. Finding his man up over the 40, 35, 30, shuts the tackle over 25 before he gets upended at the 23-yard line. Going to be good for a pickup of 27 yards. As a really nice pickup there. Number 81 on the grab there, Jaden Higgins. I think first time I've been called his name tonight in the past game. It was a nice job moving the pocket, even with that bit of a weaker O-line. And Higgins does a nice job springing free, getting the crossing route. You got Nico Collins occupying, bringing a couple of defenders deep, and picking up a very nice game. That puts the Texans in prime territory. Handoff up the middle, though. Nick Chubb going to be knocked down and going to lose about a yard and a half. Going to be number 23 for the Bucs there on the tackle that time. That was Tyke Smith able to knock him back for that loss of a yard and a half. So second and 11 now as the clock rolls in the fourth quarter. And 4-point Buccaneer edge, but Texans driving here. Jaden Higgins, of course, the second round rookie out of Iowa State. Stroud in the gun, running back lined up to his left. Takes snap. Surveying the field. Looking. Going to continue to drop. Going to fire to his right. Off the hands of Nico Collins as he had to try and elevate to make that catch. Coverage by number 25 for Tampa. That was Jacob Parrish, the rookie, with some nice tight coverage. Also almost opened up the opportunity for an interception. Came very close to an interception. You had Jacob Parrish undercutting it, and you had Tyke Smith almost able to get it after it went off of Nico Collins' hands. So 3rd and 11 now for the Texans. Stroud once again in the gun. Going to be 3 wide receivers to the near side. Play clock winding down. They do get the snap off. 4-man rush for the Bucs. Stroud looking, firing to his left, complete. Dalton Schultz, that's going to be enough for a first down. Down inside the 10. Down all the way to the 7. And that'll set up a burst and goal for the Houston Texans. As their offense continuing to march here. As we're taking a look at the replay here, Schultz doing a nice job. Again, just getting just outside of number 54, Levante David in zone coverage, and able to give a nice window for Stroud to be able to hit him, and then picks up a nice little bit of yards after the catch, 3rd catch of the night for the Houston tight end. Stroud now alone in the gun. 3 receivers to the far side. Again, working from the 8. Takes snap, looking. Tampa bringing blitz over the middle, complete to Nico Collins. He's going to be down just short of the goal line. Only good for about 7 yards. But 2nd and goal now. As a nice connection there. Yet Levante David in very tight coverage was able to make the tackle immediately. And Nico Collins just not quite able to stay on his feet, but does a nice job breaking free over the middle. Actually, sorry, that was number 35. It was Jameel Dean on coverage. Also, great focus there from Nico Collins to be able to haul that in. 3rd grab of the night for Collins. Heavy set for the Texans. Going to be a handoff to Chubb. Running right. He's going to try to forge forward. I think it was just short. I think he picked up about half a yard there, maybe less, as they just showed from the overhead. So that'll make it 3rd and goal. Vita Vea able to get a nice push through the Texans O-line to be able to cause them to come up just short. Working on Laken Tomlinson? Laken Tomlinson, the left guard, and able to hold Vea back in one-on-one blocking. So that'll now make it 3rd and goal from just outside the 1. Stroud in the gun, running back to his right is the rookie. Takes snap. Stroud looking right, firing towards the end zone, off the hands once again of Nico Collins in the back corner of the end zone. It was McCollum in coverage. And that'll now make it 4th and goal. And it's big decision time here for the Texans with 11:19 to go in the 4th. As you have the potential to make it a 1-point game, make it so that even a touchdown does not extend the gap to more than a possession. But you're still in a rough spot. And they're going to keep the offense on the field here for what will be the 10th play of the drive. They've done 71 yards so far. Can they pick up a 72nd? Agunbawale is in the game, lined up to Stroud's right. 2 tight end set. Got to bring Jaden Higgins in motion to the near side. Stroud, design rollout to his left. Fires towards the end zone. Incomplete. Again, looking for Nico Collins, but Stroud overthrows him. And the Buccaneers are going to be taking over from their own 1-yard line, 1st and 10, as unable to convert. Tried to go for the throw on both plays, and Collins, off his hands the first time. That time it's Stroud missing his man with 11:15. Tampa Bay gonna take back over on offense. And we're running out of things to say. Yeah. That's right. It's definitely an interesting spot to be in, but I don't know. What is this ad? Is this a betting ad or an ad for Raiders Chargers? Oh no, it's a Visit Las Vegas tab. Okay. I did not expect to see a Vegas tourism ad tonight, but that was an interesting one. Yeah, we're gonna grab some milk. We're at that point in the night. Even if Flem is a milk producer. Dear God. Yeah, we definitely lose our minds at some point during these. So I don't know. But be right back. I'm sorry, you're back. I'm coming back. So, as I'm standing here holding milk in a spoon. But Buccaneers working from just outside their own one. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Irving. Is only going to pick up 2.5, maybe 3 yards there on first down. But Bucs giving themselves a little bit of breathing room now. All right. There we go. And I can sit back down and stir up here. But yeah, I mean, definitely surprising that the Texans. I mean, I guess that just shows the kind of lack of faith in the Texans O-line. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here. Offset eye for the Buccaneers. Offset to the near side. That's Baker's right. Receiver going in motion now to the left. And up the middle. This one going to go nowhere. And we got a late flag here. I believe on Shelby Harris. Or is that Shelby Harris? So late flag. Christian Harris was rather frustrated. And we got a face mask on the Texans. So 15 yards and a first down. It is Christian Harris who's going to get flagged here. And so it's for getting up under the helmet. So 1st and 10, Tampa now. That'll get them all the way out to their own 20-yard line now. So that's a huge penalty now. Again, that's another time where it happened in the first half too. And they got a sack out of it afterwards. So that's the second time a tackle for loss has been wiped away by a Texan penalty. Baker out of the pistol, going to hand it off up the middle. Going to be to, I believe, Rashad White. Or no, it is going to be to Bucky Irving this time. Though this time it's only going to be a pick before a pickup of 1 yard. So again, big hold for the Bucs just now at the goal line. Again, surprised to see 2 passing plays on 3rd and 4th. And again, it was a mistake by both of the top guys on the Texans team. You got a ball bouncing off of Nico Collins' hands. And then, C.J. Stroud just missing his guy. Mayfield out of the gun. Receiver now going in motion to the far side. Running back lined up to Mayfield's left. Texans bringing pressure. Quick out to the right. And it's going to be dropped by Cade Otton. Gardner Johnson, I believe, in there on the coverage. Would have only been a pickup of 1. But that'll still make it 3rd down and 10 here. The Bucs started 4-4 on 3rd down. Since then, have only gone 1 for 6. And so need a big play here to be able to convert. Try and take this Texans crowd as well as potentially some of that defensive momentum out of the game. Again, working from their own 20, need to get to the 29 for a first. Running back lined up to his right. Texans bringing pressure. Mayfield surveying, stepping into the pocket, escapes. He's going to take off. He's going to pick up the first down and more up over the 30, 35, taken down eventually at the 37, and Mayfield's down. As Gardner Johnson getting in Mayfield's face, and they're jawing here. Mayfield actually does seem to be up and okay, as he looked to go down really awkwardly, but then popped up pretty quick. But yeah, great work from Mayfield being able to evade the pressure. It just seemed to be, as Baker seemed to go down really awkwardly, but does a nice scramble there, picks up 18 yards and a huge first down. Now working from their own 36, Mayfield going under center. 8:35 left to go in the game. Mayfield fakes the handoff. Looking, going to dump it back to his left for Bucky Irving, who gets hit immediately and hit big. There is a flag thrown. Henry Toto with another tackle on the dump off to Irving. We'll see what the flag is for. And we got another illegal. It's another Texans penalty. So number 6 against the Texans. It was Kamari Lassiter getting flagged this time. And, I feel like it's kind of soft, but he's kind of grabbing around his back. So I guess that's what caused it. So that is another first down for the Buccaneers. Now all the way out to their own 41. Mayfield going to go under center once again. Irving remains in the game as the single back. Buka now going to go in motion to the far side. And we're going to get an illegal motion here called on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Actually, no, we're going to get a false start. So Sterling Shepard called for that one as flags continue to fly. 8:11 left to go in the game. So first and 15, push back to their own 36. Mayfield in the gun, Irving lined up to his left. 3 right receivers lined up to the near side. Mayfield takes the snap. Going to be a delayed handoff to Irving, who's going to cut it back to the near side. Going to push forward, break a couple tackles, but then we'll get grouped by a swarm of Texans, led by Kamari Lassiter, but not before he picks up about 6 yards. That'll make it second down and about 9. So Tampa now trying to up the tempo here. Actually, apologies. It's going to be second down and 10. It's to the Texan 49 for a first. Baker Mayfield quickly out to his left to Shepard. That's complete and going to be good for about 6 yards. So that'll make it a much more manageable third down and 4 here as the clock continues to roll. And will the Buccaneers continue to keep the tempo hot here? They'll slow it down a little bit for this third down and 3. As again, we got another big down scenario here. As with 7 minutes left to go, Bucks going to go empty set. It's going to be 3 wide receivers bunched to Baker's right. Going to now motion one of the running back from the left, Rachaad White, who's going to get motioned out to the right now. Mayfield, 4-man rush. Mayfield, draw loses the football. Who's going to come away with it? It is going to be Rachaad White who's going to recover. As Mayfield stripped from behind, I believe it was Danielle Hunter in there. Rachaad White is banged up as players went scrambling for the football. So it's going to be a lot, and it's going to result in a loss of 4 yards. Rachaad White in a lot of pain. It was Danielle Hunter. Danielle Hunter didn't even get his hand to the football. I think Mayfield was getting ready to throw it. And just Danielle Hunter applying. Actually, no, it was Danielle Hunter getting a pad hand to Mayfield. Basically made Mayfield knock the ball out of his own hand. And then Rachaad White, just doing a nice job getting to the ball first. And when we come back from this commercial break, it will be 4th down. And so now I get to drink my milk. God damn it. Yeah, I'm definitely running out of energy here. I don't know. Uh, would highly recommend milk. It's very good. Uh, yeah, I feel like it's another point where it's like, okay, well now what do I say? But yeah, definitely big loss there. We'll see if the Texans can continue some of that offensive momentum they seem to start to build. Uh, but I don't know. But not too much time left for the Texans to try and get a response. Of course, a field goal does not tie the game. You know, I guess looking at the stats. Let's see, box score. Oh, yeah, okay. For some reason, I thought the Texans have been running the ball better. C.J. Stroud is their leading rusher. 4 carries for 27 yards. Otherwise, the Texans' rushing attack has been a lot more anemic than I thought. Woody Marks has been 3 carries for 14 yards, though, so it'll be interesting to see if we continue to see bits of him throughout the season. And obviously, the Bucs' offense has started to sputter a little bit. It is going to be 4th and 6, so we're taking a look at Mayfield on the sideline. So saying Rachaad White was able to walk to the sideline under his own power, which is good. The clock now starting to roll. 6:36, 6:35, 6:34 left to go in the game. 4th and 6. And Riley Dixon going to be punting it away to Jalen Knoll. We've seen a bit of pressure from the Texans tonight on special teams. Can they do it again? Snap is back. Punt is away. And it's blocked! Texans block it and recover at the 35, at the 35, and it's a huge special teams moment. It's a Gunbowale who gets the block, who seems to be celebrating the block. Then number 56 who got home, and finally the Texans pick up a punt block, and that is a huge moment for Texans special teams. Could that spin the balance of this game? As Riley Dixon does a nice job. It's Johnson. It's number 43, who I think got his hand to the ball. And yeah, it's just not good protection from the Texans punt block unit. Or from the Buccaneers punt block unit. As this time, they do get home. And so it's going to be short field now for Houston. And can they redeem themselves and potentially take this lead back? Stroud out of the gun. Looking to his left, firing over the middle, misses his man. Was behind Xavier Hutchinson. And again, that's just not a good miss. He looked to be open. We're taking a look at the replay now. As Hutchinson just hits the hole really quick, and Stroud, the throw is just behind him. But C.J. Stroud, 13 of 23 tonight. He's not been the most efficient. Going to be under center here. Going to hand the ball off this time, running up the middle, and this one going to go nowhere. And yeah, definitely thought that this Texans rushing attack has been a little bit better than it has. But that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Antoine Winfield in there on the stop. And so the Texans in danger of wasting this blocked punt. So will we see another blitz dialed up here on 3rd down, as we've been seeing more of throughout this game. Only 2 and 8, and the Bucs are showing blitz here. Are they going to bring it? They will bring the heat. Stroud going to try to escape, and he throws it almost intercepted. It was right in the hands of Lavonte David, and I think he was surprised as anybody else that the ball wound up right in his hands. And he dropped it. Antoine Winfield this time, bringing the pressure on C.J. Stroud on a cover 0 look. And just like a couple of hitch routes and just nobody open. You had somebody on a go. And Lavonte David just somehow hit him right in the hands, and he's somehow not able to pick that off. So 3 plays, no yards after the pump block. It's going to bring Ka'imi Fairbairn out for a 53-yard attempt right down the middle of the field, and this one is good. So Texans get the punt block, are still able to cut the Buccaneer lead to 1, but got to put faith in that defense again to come up big late in the game now. There's still work to do. But I think a big missed opportunity here for the Houston Texans to be able to come away with a big missed opportunity for the Texans to really be in a position where they could take the lead. And so we'll have to see what continues to happen. But I think if you're the Bucs, that's a great defensive stand. Obviously, your special teams now you're a bit concerned about. But no yardage after that massive punt block. And as much as that punt block is going to add momentum, getting no yards there is going to take away so much of it. And again, it was missed throw, run for nothing, and then almost intercepted. So it came that close to coming away with absolutely nothing. And the kick from Fairbairn is away. Going to be fielded it's going to land in the end zone, and I think it's going to be a touchback. And it will. So 5:22 left in the game, and Baker Mayfield is going to be coming back out. But can the Bucs offense finally get anything going, as they've really struggled since the second quarter? Of course, we saw a field goal doink off the upright in the third quarter from 38, and then we saw the 4th and goal stand from the Texans. Obviously, the block punt just a few moments ago. And then the 53-yard field goal from Ka'imi Fairbairn, which actually just about snuck in, showing the replay. Mayfield, though, under center. Egbuka going in motion to the far side. Toss to the left and it's going to go nowhere, as Lassiter gets a nice little 1-yard TFL. As the defense has been rallying to the ball really nicely. As the Texans defense has really been, done a great job at keeping their offense in this game. So split twins now, running back either side of Baker Mayfield in the gun. 2nd and 10. Mayfield takes a snap. Going to be a quick dump off to, going to shed a tackle, but only going to pick up about 3 yards there. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson that time on the stop. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 now. So Tampa 6-12 on 3rd down tonight. So we'll see what happens here. Can they keep their drive alive? Sitting right at 50%. Big moment here for the Texans defense. And this time it's the Texans showing blitz on a 3rd and long. They're going to back off it this time. Mayfield in the gun is going to be wrapped up and stacked for a loss of, I think it's 8 there. And it's number 51 finding his way home. Will Anderson picks up a sack, and that'll bring it 4th down. And that is a big moment, as this Bucs O-line has just struggled more and more as this game has progressed. And once again, a big sack here on 3rd and long. Mayfield forced to step up right into Anderson, who just kept working on the substitute right tackle of Charlie Heck. And once again, that's going to bring out the Buccaneers punting unit. And can it happen again? This time the punt away much cleaner. I'm going to be fielded at the 20, makes a man miss, and going to get up 25, 30, 35, one man to beat, 40, 45, 50, sorry, it's one man to beat now, 40, 35, 30, shed the tackle down to the 25, but there is a flag thrown as Jalen Knoll now with a huge return. But will it stand? As a huge Huge special team moments from the Texans. And there's no foul on the play. So the return will stand, and the punt team for the Texans may give them a chance to win this football game. As there is no flags. As that's going to be a return of, I think, 45 yards. Almost broke it to the house. Made the punter miss, and it's just great coverage on the backside to stop a touchdown. Number 26 for Tampa Bay, able to save a touchdown, but there's just so much momentum on the defense and special team side for the Texans now, and they are deep within field goal range. So this has been absolutely huge for the Texans. They've turned the game on its head here late. Can the offense finally convert? Working from the Tampa 26, Stroud, handoff, up the middle, goes nowhere, maybe a yard. But Jalen Noel this time, it was that punt rush that got it done the first time. It's the rookie the second time, but it's still 2nd down and 9. I said the Bucs offense or the Bucs defense. I mean, the Bucs defense has played great. It's just been, the offense and special teams have just not been able to do anything. But 53 yards is going to be the return by Jalen Noel. Stroud under center. Probably going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A little bit of motion. Going to be another handoff to Chubb, who's going to break it loose. 20, 15, sideline, 10, 5, touchdown, Texans! As finally they find a break in the run game. Nick Chubb finds it home, and he's in for the touchdown, and they take a 5-point lead. And I imagine they're going to go for 2 here with 2:10 remaining. But that will give the Buccaneers a shot. I think there's a question now of did they score too quickly, but I think with your defensive momentum, it's not really a question. But Nick Chubb scores from 25 yards out as finally it's a big run play. Nick Chubb showing great vision, some great blocking. Nick Chubb only had to beat one man, and he's just able to blast past Antoine Winfield and into the end zone for a touchdown. So a 2-point attempt is coming. We'll go ahead and make it 19-14. But Texans trying to go up by 7 points here. Again, 2:10. Both teams still with all of their timeouts. Ogunbowale is the back, lined up to Stroud's left. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Stroud looking. He's going to be sacked. So the 2-point conversion is no good as Deion Jones finds his way through. And so it'll remain at 5 points, which if you're Tampa, you're still, I think, very concerned by. As last week as well, we saw Atlanta unable to hold back Tampa as they marched down the field to get a late touchdown. So Nick Chubb doubling his yard, more than doubling his yard total with that single run. And so now it's once again on the Texans defense to get it done. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the game, which is an eternity in the NFL. Texans getting up to finally 84 rushing yards on the night with that one. Tampa has 152, but has really struggled as this game has continued to get consistent with throwing the football. I think Higgins and Chubb deserve a whole ton of credit for that touchdown. Kick is away, fielded to 5, 10, 15, 20 up the middle, 25, cuts it up the middle, 30 before he's tackled. Flag thrown, so this may be coming back as well. I imagine that we're going to see a Buccaneers penalty here. So 2:04 remaining. Bucs will take over from their own 30, pending. a holding call. So it's going to be an additional 10 yards. So Tampa now will start from their own 20-yard line. Oh, boy. All right. So can Baker Mayfield and this Bucs offense, can Baker Mayfield and this Bucs offense get it done here? 2:04, 80 yards to go. A touchdown simply takes the lead. Baker takes a snap. Going to dump it off to his left. And he's going to break it up 25, up over the 30. Going to get only about 12 yards, though. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning as Bucky Irving gets a nice little dump-off screen there and is able to carry it for a first down. So that will take us into the 2-minute warning and time running out here for the Bucs. But we'll head, once again, to a commercial break and not much time left to go here. Whew. Yeah, we're running. I don't know, it doesn't feel that late, but it's only 8:47, but we're getting tired. We getting tired. So, not much time left to go. And the Bucs really haven't been stretching the field at all, is the thing. So it's going to be a tall order for them to be able to put together a touchdown drive late in the game. Oh, why am I yawning so much? I'm out of words. Yeah, I don't know. Still so much left to go here. And that missed interception from Levante David is huge now. You know, just think about the momentum swing that would have been. I don't know. Still in commercial here with 1:56 left to go in the game. Definitely be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But, yeah, I think we're just about to come out of it. And taking a look here. Yeah, that wasn't. Ryan Miller ended up blocking the back flag, so. But big moment here coming out of the commercial. And this Texan defense pumping up the crowd. All right, so the rules are saying it's good that they picked up the flag, which I think I'd agree with. I think it looked to be a more borderline than anything. But I don't know. But Texans Bucs gonna break the huddle here. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Again, need a touchdown. Mayfield takes a snap, 4-man rush, dropping. Has to wipe his hand off, has to dump it off. Finds Bucky Irving, who's only gonna get back to the line of scrimmage here. So that'll make it 2nd down and 10. And so they're going to go up-tempo here as the clock continues to roll. Under 1:40 to go. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. Baker looking, firing deep down the left-hand side. Looking for Mike Evans, going to just overthrow him. Incomplete. And that'll make it 3rd and 10 now. As Mike Evans has had a ton of targets tonight, but Derek Stingley has done a really nice job in coverage, shutting down the premier pass catcher for the Bucs. 10 targets, only 4 receptions for Mike Evans. So certainly in 4-down territory here. And the Houston crowd is loud right now, trying to keep their team from falling to 0-2 on the season. Mayfield in the gun, takes snap. Looking, escaping to his right. Looking, trying to direct traffic, firing deep down the middle. Almost caught by Emeka Egbuka. It's off his hands. just slightly overthrown by an on-the-run Baker Mayfield, and the rookie unable to come away with it. And that'll make it 4th and 10 now. As great job from Mayfield, and just Ibuka unable to come away with it as he found that little bit of a gap in the coverage. Kalen Bullock was also in the area putting pressure and was, I think able to maybe just about get there to knock it away. As, it was off the hands of Emeka Ibuka. He really should have come away with that one. And that would have been a big moment for the Texans. So a big drop from the rookie. Play clock winding down. 4th and 10. They will get the snap off, so this could be for the game. Mayfield is going to escape. He's going to run for it. He is going to pick up the first down and more. Going to go over a DB and up over the 45 to the Buccaneer 47. Clock continuing to roll. Baker Mayfield does a great job there on 4th and 10 to keep the Buccaneers alive. And they're going to continue to go up tempo. They're going to not use a timeout, working now from their own 47. Mayfield in the gun. 4-man rush for the Texans. Mayfield looking to the right-hand side. Complete. It's going to be to Cade Otton, who's going to do just enough there to get out of bounds and stop the clock with 52 seconds as they make their way into Texan territory. It'll be 2nd down and I believe 1. As, Mayfield doing a great job to somehow avoid that sack. And just nobody in there accounting for Mayfield, who also goes flipping over Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And that's a very tough play from Baker. So 2nd and 2 from just shy of the 45, timeout Texans. So Houston calls timeout here with 52 seconds remaining in the game. That is their first. Buccaneers still have 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 here. So still lots of time, plenty of time left to go. Of course, LA and Vegas getting set to kick off now. Brock Bowers is suited up, so for any fantasy owners who was hoping he'd be in, that's certainly a good sign. He is suited up. But 2nd down and 2. Mayfield. It's going to be the A team in here. But 2nd down and 2. Again, first play from inside of Texans territory on this drive. Mayfield takes a snap. 4-man rush for the Texans. Mayfield looking left, stepping up, dumps it off to Irving, who's going to do enough to pick out the first down up over the 40, down to the 35, stays on his feet, 30, 25, all the way down to the 22-yard line. And with 42 seconds left to go, the Bucs this time will call timeout as Irving does a really nice job to make a few people miss. And now it's the Bucs threatening late. Just able to make just able to cut inside of Al-Shaair, make a miss, and then just bouncing off of tacklers. There's about 4 Texans that missed there. Bounces off of Petra. Bounces off of 39. Bullock misses a tackle. And it's until Azeez Al-Shaair, who was originally covering him, comes back to make the tackle. So Bucky Irving up to 116 all-purpose yards tonight. Bucs, 1st and 10. 42 seconds left to go. Now, from the 23 of the Houston Texans. Mayfield in the gun, running back lined up to his left. Takes a snap, 2-step drop, looking, firing to his left. Complete, again, just going to dump it off to Irving, who's going to try to run through a face and is going to go out of bounds just inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 34 seconds left, clock stops. So still loads of time here for a Tampa Bay team with 2 timeouts to take a lot of shots at the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. So Baker, once again, going to be breaking the huddle here. Going to be 3 wide receivers spread to the near side. Otten's going to go back in motion to the far side, so it'll make it 2 and 2. Running back lined up to Mayfield's right. Takes snap. 5-man rush for the Texans this time. Baker firing over the middle. Complete down inside the 10 to Mike Evans. That'll be down to the 7. So clock going to continue to roll, and it's now 1st and goal. Clock running now. 22, 21, 20 seconds left to go. Bucs going to have to start to get snaps off. They're going to go up tempo, 14-13. Mayfield takes a snap, looking to his left, firing, complete. Cade Otton is going to get knocked out of bounds inside the 3, down to about the 2.5, with 9 seconds remaining. And so it's going to be 2nd and goal now, and still a lot of time to potentially make things happen. So 3 more shots, but they got to be fairly quick shots for the Buccaneers here. So touchdown ices the game. Can the Texans defense find it, or will Baker Mayfield and this Bucs offense find a way to clutch up here? Single back deuce look for the Bucs. Tight end going in motion to the far side. Timeout, Texans. So Texans defense not liking the look. They're going to call timeout here. Readjust. Still 1 timeout remaining for the Texans, 2 for the Buccaneers. So the run game is on the table for Tampa. And, the Texans just, I think you can make the argument they scored too quick. And, the 2-point conversion as well. Like, I don't think that's going for 2 isn't a bad decision if you're the Texans, because that gets you up 7. Single back look, Otton going in motion to the far side. Mayfield gonna bring Otton in motion back to the near side. Gonna be a handoff up the middle. Buccaneers touchdown! Bucs take the lead with 6 seconds left, and that very well could be game over. It's a run. It's not to the man who has been so successful this time. It's Rachaad White. It is not Bucky Irving who finds his way into the end zone, and the Bucs take a 1-point lead here with 6 seconds left to go. And the Bucs doing a great job keeping themselves alive, all of a sudden have stormed back after their offense has looked so anemic this second half, and have somehow, after all the momentum has seemed to be with the Texans, have taken the lead. They're going to go for 2 here. It's not really going to matter because there's 6 seconds left. As the Texans had all of the momentum, and it just seemed to get ripped away here. It's so close here, 6 seconds away from starting 2-0. Obviously, you don't want to be, there's still the potential that this could get run back. So you're just not looking to make any mistakes here if you're the Bucs. No turnovers, 2-point attempt incoming. Ibuka going in motion to the far side. Mayfield takes snap, looking right, stepping up. He's going to throw it away. And it's going to go out of the back of the end zone. So the 2-point conversion will be no good. So it will be 1 point. And so the Texans, last chance here, as the Bucs, have they just about managed to find a way to squeak out the win? Maybe a kickoff here to decide it. Just made the plays late. And Mayfield has been harassed all night. So 6 seconds. Can the Texans come away with a win? Baker, 25 of 38 for 215, 2 touchdowns, 33 rushing yards, sacked 4 times. C.J. Stroud, 13 of 24 through the air for 207 yards, a touchdown, 27 rushing yards, and sacked 3 times. So both quarterbacks have been harried tonight and really haven't been the most efficient either. I think about 60 of those yards from Mayfield came on that final drive. The kick is away, and it will be returned, so this very well could do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's the ball game. The Buccaneers come from behind late and manage to start their 5th straight season 2-0. as they just about walk out of Houston with a win. And I think definitely questions if you're the Houston Texans about how some of this game went. That is misspelled. But congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As a big win there. And yeah, so definitely an interesting one. Defensive duel for the most part. But I think if you're a Bucs fan, didn't play your best, but managed to come away with the win. And I think for the Texans, the defense looked really, really good. The special teams looked really, really good. But that offense, I think, still a lot of questions. And I think it starts with a lot of that O-line. But hopefully you enjoyed that. Of course, if you're staying up for the night game here of Chargers taking on the Raiders in Vegas, definitely be sure to enjoy that. But I'm going to be tuning in. I'm going to be shutting it down for now. So again, thank you for joining. If you haven't hit that like or the subscribe button down below, definitely be sure to do so. And wherever you're at, until next time, have a good one. See you later.